Celebrities that died with all that money, they did.
Yeah. Now what?
Now you got to fight for who won't get to this. No, I ain't got no time to do all that. And again, people who have ventured out into doing their own thing, starting businesses, following their ideals and dreams. When you see them now compared to where they were before then, they're a lot happier because they're doing what they feel they can do. And also it made a wake-up call to people to realize that, hey, once you gone, they're gonna replace you with somebody else.
Period. So why not make yourself happy? Why not have a business that you're going to enjoy? I say it for the third time. This is not work for me.
Right.
Going to work. I had a session this morning at Flow Valley. A lot of my folks that normally come out, they out of town. It's Memorial Day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. I got another session tomorrow, which I call a Sunday session at Creve Court Park. I got to meet some folks out there. I say again, I enjoy the fact of working out, living a healthy lifestyle. I enjoy the fact of watching other folks grow in that area. I enjoy the fact of giving people sound advice that I had to go through. And if they ask questions, I would try to answer them as best as possible, but putting myself or my testimony in front of them so they can understand, like, hey, I'm not just telling you this. This was where I was at. This is how much I weighed. This is what my cholesterol was just about 18 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was on damn near a diabetic. I was taking high cholesterol medicine. I was doing all that stuff. Again, it's a work in progress. If you gain 20 pounds in a year, you're not going to take it off in 2 months.
Right.
You're going to have to work for anything worth having. You're going to have to grind.
Yes, sir. And like you said, that's the part of it that really for me was another awakening point. Was that, like I say, people who talk about, majority of cats that was talking about before pandemic, talking about, yeah, work out, only weighed $105 and may have ever been $125. And you know, oh yeah, it's easy for them to tell you this is how you do it and look like them. But when you 200 plus, you ain't getting the 125 with going 3 days a week for 30 minutes and eating the same stuff you eating.
And you still eating 3 Big Macs a week. And you still drinking all this soda. I say to a lot of my clients, listen, you don't put bad fuel in your car. So why are you putting bad fuel in your body? You don't mistreat your car. So why are you mistreating your body? I don't care if you go to the gym 5 days a week and stay there for 2 hours, which people our age should not be doing because there wears and tears on your body. So I don't recommend that at all. But I'm saying to you is, if you treat your material things better than you treat your body, that doesn't make sense to me. Yes, a young man, I was on a podcast a couple of weeks ago, and the young man asked me, he asked me, hey, what do I need to do to get myself up to go work out? My response to him was, do you want to live or do you want to die? He was like, wow. I said, well, it sounds harsh, morbid, but that's the reality.
Right.
Because if you are not taking care of your body, you're going to be in a diabetic, which is a controllable disease. It's all about your diet and some exercises. If you're not controlling that, then there's an issue. There's going to be an issue. You have to be disciplined enough to say, hey, I want to live and enjoy my kids going to college or having a wedding or run around my grandkids. There are some people that I know that didn't make it to 50. I know right now who are barely walking around. I know some 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds who are morbidly obese.
Yes, sir.
And again, I'm still working on me. I'm still trying to get myself to the place I want to be. Now, again, I'm not trying to be 105 pounds.
Yeah.
I haven't been that since what, third grade. But I know what number I would like to be under.
Right, right.
But I'm a lot healthier now than what I was, to say, even this time last year.
Yeah, and like you said, man, I mean, it's been crazy because since the pandemic hit and up to now, I've dropped like 25 to 30. And that's from drinking more water and walking or doing some kind of movement. But when I go back and look at the clothes that I was wearing, and it's like, dude, I was wearing this.
Yep.
And then it's like, I was that big, even though in your mind you picture yourself not being, but when you see pictures and go back and look, you're like, dang,
that's the indicator.
You know, and it's amazing because, again, people who haven't seen me since I got the glasses, I could walk up to them with the mask and be like, hey, it's me. Man, it's you for real. Yeah, it's me. And that's a good feeling because normally you could tell who I was from way off easy with no issue. And it was like, dang, okay, so that weight played a way in which I flowed and everything else. But I mean, man, it's great to see people who I know were a certain size come down to where now they're like I said, their overall personality is just like being your own boss isn't changed because they got a new way on life, new thought process. And mental illness, we talked about that one time a while back on how it's now a top moving piece among the youth. And for them not to have anywhere really to go, it's always good to have somebody that they can talk to, being a cousin, being an uncle, being somebody, the neighbor, friend, whatever. But there's so much going on, man, where I've had 2 or 3 young brothers who got caught up on the vape pen and the synthetic weed and stuff, to where parents are calling talking about, hey, can you talk to so-and-so because something ain't right. And then when you talk to them, it's like, dude, what you been doing?
So one of the things we have to do as dealing with our culture is we have to get out of the fact that we as Black men or Black women have to get out of the concept of counseling as taboo. I've gone to counseling. I've been to counseling.
Me too.
It's helped me tremendously. Not only that, I read books or do the audio regarding books to help me mentally. Again, I can go into my testimony and I promise you, it's something that, again, if it hadn't been for my prayers, I probably wouldn't be here to this day. But I refused counseling, even though I was asked numerous times, because look, hey, I'm Yogi. I don't need counseling. I don't need this. I'm fine. Because that's what I was conditioned to think.
Right.
You go to a counselor, that means something wrong with you. You crazy. Don't do that. Don't waste your money on that. Who are they going to tell you? No, that's the wrong way to think about things, because sometimes you need to bounce off some of your trauma to somebody who can professionally deal with you in a manner that help you better understand what is going on with your life, and that you are not fully isolated on your thought process.
Right.
So for me, understanding that we deal with a lot every single day. Every single day, I'm gonna say, as a Black man, there are things I have to deal with on a daily basis, regardless if I have said a word or anything. And I try to tell some of the other folks that don't look like me or don't understand my culture, I said, you don't have a clue what it means to go and walk into a store. And I will subconsciously feel the need to whistle or make noise just to let the people know in front of them that I'm behind them, and they don't become startled. You have no clue what it means to walk in a store behind some folks and they start looking back, clutching their purses. You don't know what it means to be followed. You don't know what it means to have a siren pop in behind your car and you become paranoid to the point to where you start breaking down to a sweat and they pass you by. Those type of things. And not only to add on to that, we go into, June 1st is the 100-year, the century anniversary of Black Wall Street. So I will be watching that all week. There is a special that was this morning. Then there's one tomorrow, and then there's another one, I believe, on Monday. Okay. Where they talk about Black Wall Street, how people came in the city of Oklahoma in I think it's either Greenwood or Greenfield. Yeah, Greenfield. And they went in and basically destroyed Black Wall Street, where they had banks, theaters, stores, houses, ownership, cultivated land that they went and destroyed over some BS. They have on record that it was 300 people that was killed. But just like when they do the slavery count, that it was only 400,000, it's probably more close to 4 million, 5 million, give or take, because not everybody was being counted. Yes, I say all that to say, again, is that we have a lot to deal with. Yeah. And it's unfortunate that our history is not always being fully told. We always get the sugar-coated version of history when we got to deal with this stuff on a daily basis. So I say again, seek the help. I beg you to seek the help, because again, I am in a better place now mentally than I ever have been in my entire life, period.
And that's, again, I say, that's why I try my best with the conversation pieces on the show with brothers, is the fact to let people know that like you said, people going through stuff, you ain't going by yourself. But again, just to know that all you have to do is find a way to conversate with somebody that you know and trust, to where, like, say, hey brother, I don't need nothing for you to do, but let me vent this out and we can go on to the next piece. But I just got to
let me jump on what you just said. Here's what's funny. It's sad that you got to give an addendum to a person, say, I don't want anything from you. But that means you shouldn't have that person in your environment anyway. Because if he's your partner in crime, that you hanging out, you having grown folk conversations, hey, CP, look, man, this is da-da-da-da-da. I shouldn't have to tell you, hey, brother, I just need 10 minutes of your time. Brother, I need a grown man hug. I need whatever the case may be. No, you shouldn't have to do that. Because if I got to do that, then we wasn't all that cool anyway. That means I need to go find somebody else to put into my circle, for the simple fact is I should never have to give you a prefix on what I need from you at that particular time. Yes. That's what people got to realize. Like, listen, if we are cool, if we are really partners, you should know, bro, you all right? You good? You can tell in their voice that something ain't right. Right. All right, bro, let's go hang. Right. Let's go do something. Hey, meet me we go grab a beer or grab an iced tea or whatever the case may be. But that's the relationships that are not being formed in today's life, in today's standards, because everybody's through text. No, I don't need a conversation through no damn text. Right. I'm old school when it comes to that. I need communication. I need mannerisms. I need verbiage. I need inflection in your voice. I need all of that when I need that. Yes, sir. And like I said, that's the whole. And again, that goes back to the whole. For some reason, no, there's a reason, but it comes out to where if you look around, you see, hey, women conferences, women coming together, doing this. Black women, businessmen, blah, 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 blah. But as far as, I mean, a black man or any brothers doing something for brothers,
last time you heard anything about brothers supporting brothers was what was that song? You Will Know. Never went back in what 90, then 95 or something when they was all singing when I was a young man. Da, 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 da. And everybody, yeah, that was the black, yeah, you. And now it's
crickets.
You know, but like I said, but again, we're having to deal with, I mean, all of that. That's like I said, that's just part of the story that people don't want to say. And for some reason, I'm scared to talk about is that now as a black man, we got so much stress we deal with that people take for advantage. We like I say, you got to stress now with your children going out. You got to stress now with your parents going somewhere. You got to stress you stepping out the front door if somebody next door is mad at you because you ain't spoke to them for 4 years. Don't know why you ain't spoke to them, but you ain't really neighbors. You just stay in the same block that they stay on. And with me, I like my grandfather taught me that you got to have a Mississippi mindset when you in Missouri. And when I first got it, I didn't understand it. When I went off to college, I figured out what he was saying. In Mississippi, they know who it is against them, but they speak anyway. And the reason they speak anyway, not because they're afraid, but the reason they speak is to say, yeah, I want you to see me like I see you. And therefore, you want your head on the swivel to where you ain't caught off guard on nothing. In Missouri or the city, people don't speak. They walk by you. So no, I need to stop you because I want you to see. Hey, how you doing, bro? I want you to see that I see you. And I'm giving you some respect that you're a person. So 9 times out of 10, you won't rob me because I didn't speak to you like I didn't see you. And that's some of the stuff that I just take, some of the old school things that we took for granted. Now, as we get older, we see that it was something behind that.
Yeah. And now, that's, it's so unfortunate that young folk or younger generation, and see, now I can say young folks since I'm in my 50 plus, because I was sitting there, this is probably 20 years ago. I was sitting there at a birthday party. I think it was a 70th birthday party. So I was speaking to my fiance's grandfather at the time, maybe 20 plus. And I said to him, like, oh, wow, you 70 years old, you doing okay, and this and that. And I made a comment or something that I don't think he took kindly to. And his response was, just keep on living.
Yeah.
I didn't understand it then.
Yes, sir.
But I'm getting to understand it now, because your mindset at 30 years old, 28 years old, if it's the same as you are at 51, you just wasted 20 plus years.
Yes, sir.
Or 10 plus years, whatever the case may be, whatever the numbers are. You have to be willing to accept your faults, take full responsibility for your faults, be able to learn, be receptive, and then move forward. You cannot dwell on certain, and now don't get me wrong, what I mean by dwell, don't let that consume you. Right. Doesn't mean you can't be disappointed, hurt, anything of that nature, but you got to keep on moving forward. And even going back to, oftentimes we as males are conditioned to believe that we can't show weakness, we can't show emotions, we can't do none of these different things. But the problem is that we need to show those things.
Yes, sir.
We're not weak because we show those. We are strong because we are able to get our emotions out. Again, I tell you again, if we were to sit down and really go over my testimony, I promise you, yeah, it was rough. I would just say it was definitely rough. And every single day I try to get better. I really, really try to fully understand the person that I see in the mirror. And I will definitely tell you this business that I go on has kept my sanity. It really, really has.
And again, it's like you said, it's a thing that they didn't teach us as far as having some kind of outlet. They didn't teach us as coming up that, hey, as you get older, you may have to. No, that's stuff we learned on our own and had to, because I said my thing has always been music. When you get to a certain point, and I like, okay, let me sit back and relax. I throw on something, and it helps my mind to re-register and reset to where I got a thing where I tell some of my frat brothers, we got a
Go,
Marco
hold
Polo
on.
piece.
You in the frat?
Here we go.
I didn't know you was in the frat.
Yeah,
You was
okay.
in the frat. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I see your 858 behind you, book. So it's okay, bro. Yeah, see that? See, I'm gonna go. I was gonna go there later on anyway. I'm trying to stay right here, but now we're gonna go there in a minute. But let me finish my piece with my frat.
I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know
Whatever,
you was in the frat.
you know,
I mean,
whatever,
hey,
man,
okay,
whatever.
my bad.
With my frat, I tell them 3 R's. Regardless of, hey man, sometime during the week you gotta do the 3 R's, and that's relax, release, and reset. One of them, you got to do that one day out the week. Just
it's okay to do
that. You get through, because all that stuff you go through during the week, you keep it balled all up, and then all of a sudden you got a headache, or you mad and you don't know why, because you
Can't
ain't
sleep.
Release, relax, and reset. That's all you got. Take your nap. Get you a little you time.
Go exercise. That is a good stress releaser.
And
that was one of the problems that I had growing up, was that even in my college days, even in my adult years when I came to St. Louis, one of my issues was I would keep everything to myself and keep it all balled up. And that's not good.
No.
That's not good, because I started losing sleep. I started gaining weight. I started eating, and just all these different things that just manifested into an unhealthy lifestyle.
Right.
That's why I do what I do today. I'm still a work in progress, but I'm getting better.
And like you said, and then you don't realize that you actually doing those things, because you become subconscious of, yeah, I'm just chilling, yada yada. Like, ooh, you done picked up 15 pounds, and
at least
I ain't done nothing. But yeah, you done did something. You've been eating and thinking it wasn't nothing and going to sleep. And like I say, it's all been a process, man. But I'm glad, like I said, to have brothers like you, to where, like, hey, like I say, like you said, we holler, Yogi, what you up to, dog? Everything good? Yeah, I just need to holler at you for a minute.
That's all.
We like, cool.
And the thing is, it don't have to be every day. It doesn't have to be like, hey, you good? Yeah. Boom. And that goes a long way, because sometimes it just break you out the mode where you're grinding. That could be work, your entrepreneurship. So sometimes you just need, like, hey, you good? You all right? What's going on? Boom, boom. It don't have to be 5 hours. It can be a simple hello. That even goes with people you don't know. It's amazing how a simple, hey, how you doing? A simple hello can go a long way. You don't know what people are going through. Stop assuming because you see them in a certain label or a certain car, or they got a certain job title, that they having a great day. A simple how you doing is amazing. And what's funny too is that even when people say, hey, how you doing? I said, every day is a great day. Sometimes their response is it really? Man, well, this really is not. I said, you woke up this morning.
There it is.
Oh, well, if you look at it that way. So sometimes that can just break the negative mode that they might have had, and they will marinate on that. And hopefully they will change their stuff around. But those are things that we need to start doing, and just saying a simple hello. You'd be surprised how beneficial that is.
Oh yeah, man. Like I said, I messed around the other day and was telling some brothers, we laughing and joking. And I said, man, good to see you. And one of the older fellas went, oh yeah, good to be seen, better than viewed. And I'm like, man, you never think about that, but he right. Yeah. It's good to be seen, and it's better than being viewed.
You damn right.
And like I say, you know that you're gonna come through that, but sometimes you just get in the mode. You're like, man, why would you say something? Yeah, because in that state, ain't nothing else to do when you're viewed.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a physical space, because that time the spirit is gone now.
Yes, sir.
And people, I want my roses while I'm alive.
That's it. Yeah.
I want and again, that doesn't mean that all these accolades, that's right. Great when you're being recognized, but I'm just saying, just to be respected while I'm alive. Again, I'm a work in progress. I am definitely, just respect me for who I am. That's all I'm asking you to do. I'm not asking you to give me a damn thing. I'm gonna work for mine. I'm not asking you to do none of that. Just respect me for who I am and the work that I'm trying to do. I am not a master of anything. I'm an absolute student. Now I would teach when it needs. As Jordan say, you reach, I teach. So what I'm saying is, I am learning this process. I am learning the person that I see in the mirror. I'm still growing. I still got a lot to learn and to do, but I'm willing to accept that I am a student. I have no problem with that.
And that's good, man. And again, it goes back to just the person that you are and where you've come from. And yeah, I'm gonna let you slide with that black and gold stuff, but I'm gonna let you know too. I wouldn't mind. You see how I do? See how I'm doing with this Tennessee State shirt? Yeah, I'm gonna try to give me a Hindu shirt so I can, you know, when I do my shows, you know, I ain't got no problem helping brothers know that, hey, you know, I got connections and all that good stuff.
It's there, and I would definitely say I am blessed to say that the brand is selling. I see. So let's real talk, brother. I never expected in 2020 where I'm at in May of 2020, where I'm at in May of 2021. This is me being completely patient and grinding, putting myself in place to learn from others who do the business. And it can be some of the simplest things, whether it's helping with the business aspect, understanding how to get my LLC, how to get a business account, what I need to go through, working on getting the trademark and copyright, all these different things I'm learning on the go, but I'm absolutely loving it. Dealing with vendors, paying vendors, making sure they get paid, making sure they have my product and my vision the way me having the opportunity to sell my products at a store in my hometown. You don't understand. In my hometown that I grew up in, I got products, I got brands, I got trucker hats, I got long sleeve, short sleeve, female shirts, different colors. I got that brand that's being sold at home. And they are wanting that. I got other, which I'm gonna be posting within the next couple of days. I got some other adventures that are at home. I got some other things that are happening in St. Louis. My name is starting to circulate, and I am totally, absolutely humbled for this process.
Right.
But again, it's a process that I'm learning every single day. And I have no problem with that.
And again, that's the whole piece of getting to the next level. The fact that you understand that as far as where you are now, you still got somewhere to go. Most people get to, oh, well, I'm here now. Yeah. No, man, that's the part of the people understand. It ain't getting to the end, it's the journey. There's a journey. When you get to the end,
period.
Then when you get to the end, it's over. It's over with.
It's the journey.
The journey.
And I am not focusing in on the financial aspect. I'm not trying to go and get rich because, again, I tell you, again, that doesn't mean I don't need to be compensated for my work.
Right.
Because it is a work. It is a lifestyle. But I have done my grind for 20 plus years of volunteering my service. So me charging folks, that's only been within the last year and a half. I wasn't charging, and I might add, 2/3 of 2020, I didn't charge anybody. I was charging January and February. And then when the pandemic really started, from March up until August, I wasn't really charging anybody anything because my thing was I need to attribute to people losing their job. I need to attribute to people getting themselves back healthy. And again, it's one of those things where if you give blessings, you will receive blessings.
Yes, sir.
I had no problem with that at all. So when I tell you I'm doing my grind, what you don't see behind the scenes, it's an ongoing process. So again, I'm totally and truly blessed for this opportunity.